Welcome to the show today, everybody. We're really busy with all the demo equipment for IBC, so everybody's a little bit, doing something else. So today I thought we'd look at 3 points that we've touched on before from the Bridge Show. It's Nomad, OTT, and widglets. So let's have a look with Simen and Rolf at these 3 great points and see what IBC.
Three different points that we want to tell you all about, basically. And let's start with the first point. And the first point is the Nomad.
Yes, indeed, the Nomad.
And I happen to have one of these beautiful Nomads. I like it. Would you, like to handle that?
It's sturdy. It has a nice weight to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I can see it has quite a lot of inputs here as well.
That's very true.
So
we must also mention the wireless, the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's often forgotten feature. There's a small Wi-Fi dongle there, and that allows you to have the unit plugged into a power supply, and that's it. And then you can access the unit using a web browser. That's
pretty cool because, of course, it's got Ethernet as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's the engineer's friend in broadcasting. So you have a bit of everything in this unit. So that's what we did. We took a bit of all the option space that we have, and we enabled a bit of everything on it.
And I can see, of course, optical ASI, but it's got cable.
Yeah, cable for QAM networks. It has a DVB-T T2 interface for terrestrial TV. It has some ASI inputs and outputs. Yeah. It has OTT support and IPTV support. And not to forget, also a satellite input support.
Yes, satellite. And we had one of our customers utilize that in a very spectacular way. I mean, it's maybe the biggest satellite reception head-end I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's and it's moving.
It's moving as well.
What is this? Yeah.
Oh, it's a ship.
Yeah.
Aha! I now get it.
Yeah. So this is one of our customers. They use the Nomad to track down a fault at sea. So this is the ferry between Norway and Denmark, and it does the normal passenger and ship traffic. And they had some issues with television, of course.
Oh, really? Of course, yeah.
In the middle of the North Sea, you can expect that.
I would say so. I mean, there is difficulty on television, even on dry land.
Yeah.
So,
so inside this unit, there is a feature that we recently launched called the telemetry or a CSV logging file option. And it's enabled by default, and it gives you the capability to store real-time data continuously to its internal storage. So they just activated the unit in Kristiansand and put the ferry out to sea, and then retrieved the unit 24 hours later when it came back again. And in this way, they could check the MER and the signal levels of the satellite received.
That's pretty cool. Shipworthy things.
Yeah.
Will it float?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No? Okay, we need to do something with that probably. Indeed. But that's very cool. That's a nice way of using this because, again, not to forget, it's got its own processor, its own memory. Yeah. It's a freestanding unit. You really don't need a computer connected all the time.
No, it has its own built-in computer, and it serves out the web interface, and so you don't need to have yours connected.
It's pretty cool, but we have more. And let's go to the next case. Which is OTT.
Yeah, everybody's talking about OTT or adaptive bitrate, whichever word you want to select.
Yeah, that's very true. And adaptive bitrate is, of course, that you have, you're transmitting the different bit rates and you can then adapt between them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a gearing mechanism for slow internet connections. So, and this is what all the streaming services, or most of them, are using, so that you can get away and still see a picture if your bandwidth is low somewhere.
So we've been in the OTT business for now a bit over 10 years.
Yeah, for us it's nothing new. It's something that has been part of our products for 10 years, as you say, and it's an option that you activate inside the probe. We call it the OTT engine. So one engine can typically handle a number of channels, and then based on that you can check a number of
and you can have multiple, of course, engines, and as you say, it goes into every single probe. You just need to activate it.
Yeah.
And of course, we have the amazing appliance, which basically is a server-side, an Intel-based appliance, and that can do a lot of OTT engines.
Yeah, the appliance server, like we call it, hand-picked server hardware, and we optimize the software for it, and this then gives you. In the latest releases, we can do up to 1,000 of these streams in one unit.
Yeah, 1,000 streams. That is pretty huge. But then again, the massive influx. We've seen use cases where they actually use this to the maximum.
Yeah, there are some large cable operators in Central and Northern Europe that are using this today, and they're always pushing the limits, and they're asking us for more and more. So there's no end to what television people want. No,
that's very true. There is more and more channels, and of course, with variable bitrate, it's then the different profiles. Then obviously, it's a lot of channels to watch.
Yeah, it is. The OTT engine has no limit on the number of profiles. No. Like you say, profile is one version of the bandwidth inside one channel. Yeah. So if you're watching one channel, then you might have 8 or 10 different bandwidth profiles within that channel. Yeah. So then you have 1,000 times whatever number you have of profiles.
Ooh, that's a lot of channels. Yeah. So that's why you need your friendly robot to actually watch this and then be able, of course, to give you errors and alarms whenever you have issues. Yeah. But we don't only have this on running both servers and appliances. We also have this on our hardware probes, embedded probes.
Yeah, embedded that's a bit of the architecture that we've always strived for, to have one software that runs on pretty much anything. Yeah. So we have a lot of our own designed and manufactured hardware, so we call it embedded hardware. So that gives you a chance to have a much more controlled access to the underlying hardware, of course. So all the features are available there as well. Of course, with some limitations, because just the pure design of it, So, but there are some advantages that comes to the surface there, and in particular when it comes to power consumption.
Oh yeah. That's.
Like the VB330 embedded probe. That's sort of the mirror of the VB330 appliance. We're watching it now. That's our own dedicated hardware. Same functionality as the appliance, but it runs with 10 times less power, so 35 watts instead of 350 or 250 watts.
Exactly. No, but that's a scale of magnitude.
Yeah.
And that's pretty important. Well, everywhere actually.
Yeah, I think I heard somewhere that the fourth biggest bill of a large cable operator today is actually the electricity bill. So.
Well, I'm not surprised actually, but that goes to prove that energy saving is a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, we got more, of course, and what's the next theme? That is the brilliant widglets.
Yeah, widglets.
Oh, yes. It's not a widget, no?
No, it's a widglet.
It's a widglet, of course. And we have this saying of, let's the widglets go anywhere, and we should really want them everywhere. And the widget is a HTML5 video monitor, and that's actually instead of having pure video monitors, you then have a code that you can embed into your HTML code and then display it in a web browser.
Yeah, I mean, that's now possible. It was not possible just a few years back, but now it is actually possible to do that.
And we talked a little about web browsers earlier, that the fantastic thing with web browser is that you can basically access your data from wherever.
Yeah.
Next to the unit or on the other side of the planet.
Yeah. Yeah. So
and when you then suddenly have your real-time, full motion, full color accurate picture.
Yeah, I mean, it's just during the recent stinge of home office a few months back, without naming anything.
No.
I mean, I was basically sitting at home accessing a broadcast interface with full low latency video and color vector scopes and audio status and
and there's really no limit.
No, and this was just through a normal internet access. So this is now becoming not theory anymore, it's real life.
Absolutely, and we have a lot of things that we're going to showcase in the next weeks, and we have a lot of news to share with you. But we are using it here in our broadcast studio, actually, for everything from camera control to all our mosaics is made out of widglets. We're running everything on Chrome browsers, so it's pretty amazing.